In this video, I will demonstrate how to assign flex items for progress monitoring of a student. If I have a student who I see in a social skills group and I want to monitor their progress on individual goals developed in the group, or if I wanted to monitor their progress on their IEP goals, I would follow these steps. Under the Assessment section of the BIMAS homepage, select Progress Monitoring Tools. Or, from the drop-down menu under Assessment, select Progress Monitoring Tools and click Select Student. Both of these options will take you to the Progress Monitoring Tools page where I see a list of all of the students. Because I have district level access, I can see every student who attends school in the district. However, depending on your level of access, you may be able to only see students in your school or classroom. I search for the student I wish to progress monitor by entering their last name in the appropriate field and clicking Enter. I click Continue by the student's name. After you've selected the student, you'll be redirected to a new progress monitoring page for the selected student, where you can view the student's assessment history and any upcoming assessments the student will participate in. I click Assign Flex Items at the top of the page under the Progress Monitoring Tools bar. Under the Assign Flex Items by Scale section, I select the frequency of the progress monitoring I wish to conduct. For example, if I want to monitor Michael's progress every week, I enter the number 1 and select Week from the drop-down menu. Then I select the scale I wish to assign flex items from. Because Michael is receiving a Tier 2 intervention to improve his social skills, I first select Social from the drop-down menu. Each item from the social scale of the standard BIMAS rating form is listed, and flex items for each of the standard items are listed below. These items can be based on the student's IEP goals, if they're receiving special education services, or they can be based on the specific skills the student is receiving intervention services for in the RTI process. For example, Michael's in a social skills group and has difficulty making and keeping friends because other students perceive him as being a bully. So, I would select flex items that address these specific areas of concern. When I've selected a flex item, I click Add Items, and I continue to add flex items. When all of the appropriate items from the first scale have been selected, you can select another scale from the drop-down list and add additional items. So for example, if I'm interested in monitoring Michael's progress on items from the social scale and the negative affect scale, I can do this. When all the items have been added, they will appear under the Review Flex Items Assigned section. Scoring criteria for each item must be assigned by clicking Edit next to the item. Michael's goal is to receive a score of never on leaving friends out of group activities on purpose, and I want him to achieve this goal by May 1st. Next, I assign the scoring criteria by dragging the sliding indicators under the appropriate item descriptors. Be sure to avoid overlapping the indicators or leaving any gaps. When I am done assigning scoring criteria, I click Update. I repeat this process for each flex item assigned. If at any time I want more information about setting a goal or how to assign scoring criteria, I can click on the blue information button and a pop-up window will appear giving me more information about goal setting or assigning score criteria. If I have a goal for a student that's not listed under the flex items or the standard items, I can add a custom flex item by clicking Add Custom Flex Item. I enter the text for the custom flex item. So for example, if Michael has been having problems with sending mean text messages to his friends, I can enter Next, I select the BIMAS scale that the item relates to from the drop-down list. Next, I select if the item should be positively or negatively worded. Positively worded items will give you 4 options for item descriptors: concern, mild concern, fair, and positive. And negatively worded items will give you 3 options for item descriptors: concern, mild concern, and no concern. I select negatively worded and select my goal. I want Michael to completely stop sending mean text messages to his peers by May 1st. Next, I assign the scoring criteria. And click Insert. If at any time I want to remove a flex item, I click Remove by the item. And here's an example of a positively worded flex item with the 4 item descriptors. I want Michael to work out problems with peers by himself very often, and I want this to happen by May 1st as well. And I click Update. When I have assigned scoring criteria to each of the flex items, I click Save. A green pop-up message will appear, letting me know that the student's flex items have been assigned. It also lets me know that I can complete an online flex assessment for the student, and I can also generate paper and pencil flex forms or a hyperlink for an online assessment for the student. I click OK. And that is how you create and assign flex items for a student in progress monitoring.